Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video, where I will present several unique and mind-blowing geographical facts you most probably do not know. So with no further ado, let's begin. Did you know that several parts of South America have large Hindu minorities? This is the case with Suriname and Guyana, where up to 30% of the population adheres to the Hindu religion. Furthermore, these countries have also large minorities of Muslims, compared to other South American countries which have very small numbers of them. This happens due to sizable migration waves from India in these countries. However, the number of Hindus is significantly decreasing in these countries during the last decades. In case you do not know, North Korea and Russia share a border. Indeed, Vladivostok, a major Russian city on the Pacific Ocean, is only a small distance from the North Korean border. However, the border is only 17 kilometers long, the shortest of all Russian borders. The border is relatively peaceful, and there is only a bridge connecting the two countries, the Friendship Bridge. The wild part is that Norway shares also a border with Russia in the Northern Cycle, meaning that Norway and North Korea are divided only by a single country, Russia. That really shows the size of the Russian Federation. Another interesting border is the border between USA and Canada. If you look the border from the Great Lakes to the Pacific Ocean, you will notice that the border is a long straight line, which is the longest straight border in the world. But if you look more closely, the border is not as straight as it appears in the maps. Indeed, the border was based on the North 49th parallel, disregarding all physical irregularities that exist. Speaking about irregularities, there is a US exclave in Canada, the Northwest Angle, which became part of the USA due to a map-making mistake. Interestingly, the citizens of this exclave are Americans, and the only way to visit the mainland USA is to travel through Canada. According to the Article 4 of the Antarctic Treaty, there should not be territorial claims in Antarctica. However, in reality, multiple countries do the exact opposite, claiming parts of Antarctica as their own territory. The list of these countries includes Argentina, Chile, Australia, New Zealand, Norway, as well as the United Kingdom. Most of these territories are not well defined. For instance, the Norwegian territory has no specific borders, while the British one is almost entirely covered by the Argentinian claim. Our number 5 fact includes the mysterious island of Socotra. Geographically, it belongs to Africa, but politically to Yemen. This island has been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Its flora and fauna considered unique and distinct, as is the case with the island of Madagascar and the islands of New Zealand. It has special endemic trees which cannot be found anywhere else in the world. The island's population is only about 40,000 due to the fact that most of the island has a forbidding desert climate. It is also notoriously difficult to travel to this island, due to the fact that the only airport that exists has been closed because of the Yemeni civil war, and the trip by ship takes at least 2 days. Also, there are not many roads in the island, so traveling within the island is also extremely difficult. As you probably know, Russia and USA are two very large countries. Especially Russia stretches from Poland to the Barents Sea, where it shares a sea border with Alaska and consequently the United States. Between those two countries, though, there are two very small islands called Diomede Islands, the Big Diomede Island belonging to Russia and the small to the States. The big island is not populated, although the smaller island has a small village inhabited by native people. The citizens of the small island can very easily see the Russian island, since the two islands are only about 4 kilometers away from each other. However, if you cross from one island to another, you will find a time difference of 21 hours, since between the two islands runs the International Date Line. It is common knowledge that Portuguese and Spanish are the predominant languages in South America. However, few people realize that Portuguese has more speakers in South America compared to Spanish, although the former is being spoken in only one country. Although the difference is small, it still shows the size of Brazil, the largest nation in South America, which speaks predominantly Portuguese. It should be noted, however, that Spanish is the predominant language in the Americas, since it is not only spoken in South America, but also in Mexico and in the States. Indeed, USA has almost 40 million native Spanish speakers, which places them as the 5th largest native Spanish-speaking country in the world. Many of you may know that the largest Muslim population in the world is in Indonesia, where more than 200 million people adhere to the religion of Islam. The second largest population is in Pakistan, followed almost immediately by India, a country which is not predominantly Muslim but Hindu. The most interesting fact, however, is that only about 20% of the whole Muslim population is Arab in race, showing that Islam is a global religion just like Christianity. Thanks for watching, and if you wish, subscribe.